Hey everyone, welcome back. We are diving deep today into Jonathan Toews' potential comeback.
Oh, yeah, a lot of people were talking about this.
Definitely. And we're going to be looking specifically at excerpts from his GQ interview.
Interesting stuff.
Yeah, he talks about like his health journey and what his plans are for the future.
Right, and after all he's been through, yeah.
Exactly. And here's the thing. He went to India to do this Ayurvedic Panchakarma detox.
Now that caught my eye too. Have you ever even heard of that?
Not before reading this interview, no. I'm really curious about it.
Yeah, it's definitely not like your usual athlete, you know, taking a break and then getting back into shape kind of thing. This is like a whole other level. And I think what makes Toe's story so interesting is it really goes beyond just like the typical comeback story.
Yeah, for sure.
It's about resilience and self-discovery and like a whole new perspective on like what it means to win.
I was really struck by that too, yeah. Like, we're so used to thinking about athletes and their success in terms of, championships and stats and stuff.
Championships, yeah.
But Toews seems to have found this, like, way deeper definition of success.
Exact.
But before we, like, go too far into that, maybe we should kind of take a step back for people who may not be as familiar with his career.
Yeah, good point.
Just to set the stage a little bit.
Definitely. So we're talking about Jonathan Toews, right? I mean, this guy's a three-time Stanley Cup champion.
Yeah.
With the Chicago Blackhawks, and, he was their captain during, like, this golden era for the team.
Totally. Like, so dominant on the ice, a real leader,
Absolutely.
And then he has all these health challenges.
It was a tough time.
He misses the entire 2020-21 season.
Wow.
Because of long COVID and chronic immune response syndrome.
That was a huge blow to the hockey world, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
And while he did come back for a couple more seasons, ultimately decided to step away in 2023 just to focus on healing.
Right.
And that's where this whole Ayurvedic Panchakarma detox in India comes in.
So you mentioned this wasn't your, like, average athlete recovery plan.
Right.
What did Toews what is this Panchakarma thing? Like, what did he get himself into?
Well, it's not just like a spa day or something, right?
Yeah.
Panchakarma is this ancient Indian cleansing practice, and it's pretty intense. Like, imagine daily herbal enemas and, really deep therapeutic massages, but they can be actually quite painful.
Oh, wow.
And then restricted diet, meditative yoga, all kinds of things. It's basically all about, like, pushing your body to eliminate toxins on, like, a really deep level.
So Toews really committed to this.
He did, yeah. And he was very candid in the interview about how challenging it was.
Right.
He describes it as grueling, but, like, ultimately rewarding, He said it forced him to, like, confront some deep-seated patterns he had and really listen to his body's needs in a way that he hadn't before.
Wow. I mean, do you think that's where this, like, shift in perspective happened?
It really does seem like a turning point, yeah. He talks about how this whole process helped him slow down, appreciate the little things, and create a healthier space for himself, like both physically and mentally, you know?
Wow.
And it's almost like he realized that winning isn't just about, hoisting the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
It's about these inner challenges, too,
Right.
and achieving this sense of balance and well-being.
Right. I can see how going through something that intense could really make you reevaluate things.
Oh, absolutely.
Like your whole perspective.
Yeah, and so now the big question is, can he actually return to his peak form?
Right.
After everything he's been through?
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't just coming back from like a sprained ankle.
Right.
This is like a comeback from a life-altering health crisis.
He is 36 now, which isn't young for an NHL player.
That's right.
But he talks in the interview about how that desire to compete, like that camaraderie in the locker room, it never really fades for retired players.
Yeah, it's
once you've been in that world.
He does seem determined. Like,
Yeah.
he says he wants to give it his all and just see where it takes him. And, try to put yourself in Toews' shoes for a second.
Yeah.
You've accomplished everything in the game.
Right.
But that fire still burns inside.
Yeah.
So do you risk it all for another shot? I mean, it's a tough call.
It really is, yeah. There's so many factors to consider.
Oh, so many.
His age, the intensity of the game, the risk of re-injury.
Yeah.
But then on the other hand,
Exactly.
his experience, his leadership would be so valuable to any team.
Oh, for sure. Especially a team that's maybe looking for that veteran presence.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, it's going to be fascinating to see what happens.
I know, I can't wait to see how it all unfolds.
Me too.
So to recap, we've got this incredible journey of healing and self-discovery.
Absolutely.
A really unique approach to recovery.
Yeah.
And now the potential for, like, a comeback story for the ages.
It really is a great story. Makes you think, considering everything Toews has gone through, both physically and mentally, what do you think are the key factors that are going to determine if he can make a successful return to the NHL?
That's a great question for our listeners to ponder.
Yeah, let us know your thoughts.
All right, that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for listening.
Thanks, everyone.
See you next time.